Have you ever had an idea so incredibly dumb that you were too embarrassed to share it out loud? Well, hold on to those thoughts, because history is full of crazy, absurd, and seemingly terrible ideas that somehow resulted in massive success. Today, we are counting down the top 7 stupid ideas that actually worked out perfectly. From mailing literal potatoes across the country to gambling a multi-million-dollar company's last few cents in Las Vegas, these true stories prove that sometimes the line between absolute madness and pure genius is surprisingly thin. Let's dive right in. Top 7 ridiculously stupid ideas that actually worked out perfectly. Number 7. Potato Parcel. In 2015, a 24-year-old app developer named Alex Craig came up with an idea so absurd that his girlfriend told him he wouldn't sell a single one. His grand business plan was to write custom messages on raw potatoes using a permanent marker and mail them to people through the post office instead of traditional paper greeting cards. He called it Potato Parcel. And despite the absolute ridiculousness of paying someone to mail a dirty root vegetable, he promoted it on the internet forum Reddit. To everyone's shock, the idea went completely viral overnight. People found it so bizarre and hilarious that they started ordering customized potatoes for their friends, family, and enemies. Craig ended up making thousands of dollars in his very first week. The business grew so much that it eventually landed a spot on the hit TV show Shark Tank, where it secured a massive investment from billionaire Kevin O'Leary. Since then, the company has sold hundreds of thousands of potatoes, proving that even the dumbest joke can become a highly profitable business. Number 6. The Pet Rock. Back in 1975, a freelance copywriter named Gary Dahl was sitting in a bar in Northern California, listening to his friends complain about the endless responsibilities of taking care of their pets. As a joke, Gary claimed that he had the perfect pet that didn't need to be fed, walked, or bathed: a rock. While everyone laughed it off as a stupid bar joke, Gary actually went home and turned it into a real business. He bought ordinary gray stones from a Mexican beach for a penny each, placed them in custom cardboard boxes with breathing holes, and included a hilarious 32-page official training manual on how to care for the pet rock. It sounded like the dumbest product ever created, but the comedic novelty struck a chord with the American public. During the 1975 Christmas season, Gary sold over 1.5 million pet rocks at $4 each, making him an instant millionaire and proving that a good joke can sometimes be the best business plan. Number 5. Dogecoin. In 2013, 2 software engineers named Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer were watching the rising hype of Bitcoin and decided they wanted to make fun of the entire cryptocurrency industry. They created their own digital currency in just a few hours, deliberately making it as ridiculous and unserious as possible. They named it Dogecoin and used a popular internet meme of a confused-looking Shiba Inu dog as its official logo. It was meant to be a purely satirical joke, a fake currency with no real utility that would hopefully make people laugh and then quickly fade away. However, the internet loved the joke so much that a massive, passionate community instantly rallied around it. What started as a sarcastic parody to mock the financial world ended up being endorsed by celebrities and billionaires like Elon Musk. Its value skyrocketed beyond anyone's imagination, reaching a market capitalization of over $80 billion at its absolute peak, proving that sometimes the biggest jokes can become serious financial realities. Number 4. The $1 Million Homepage. In the year 2005, a 21-year-old British student named Alex Tay was about to begin his university education, but was dreading the massive student loans he would have to take out. Instead of getting a normal part-time job, he came up with an idea that sounded like a cheap internet scam. He created a simple blank website consisting of 1 million pixels and decided to sell them as advertising space for exactly $1 per pixel. The minimum purchase was a 10 by 10 block, and buyers could put whatever tiny image or logo they wanted on it. It seemed incredibly silly. Why would any real company pay for tiny, microscopic dots on a random college student's website? However, the sheer absurdity of the idea caught the attention of the media. As news outlets picked up the story, companies rushed to buy space just to be part of the viral phenomenon. In less than 5 months, every single pixel was sold, making Alex exactly $1 million and completely paying off his education. Number 3. The Ghost Army of World War II. During the intense battles of World War II in 1944, the Allied forces needed a way to trick the German army in Europe, so they came up with an idea that sounded like a prank from a cartoon. The United States Army assembled a highly classified unit known as the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, consisting not of hardened soldiers, but of artists, actors, sound engineers, and designers. Their mission was to impersonate massive troop movements using inflatable rubber tanks, fake wooden airplanes, and giant speakers blasting pre-recorded sounds of moving armor. If a German reconnaissance plane flew over, they would see what looked like a massive, heavily armed battalion ready to attack, when in reality, it was just a bunch of guys holding up balloons and playing sound effects. As ridiculously stupid as bringing rubber tanks to a real war sounds, it worked brilliantly. The Ghost Army successfully distracted German forces, drawing them away from real Allied units and saving an estimated 15,000 to 30,000 soldiers' lives by the end of the war. Number 2. One red paperclip. In July 2005, a Canadian man named Kyle McDonald looked down at a single red paperclip sitting on his desk and decided he wanted a house. Instead of saving money, he came up with the seemingly idiotic plan to barter his way up from that one small piece of office supply to a piece of real estate using only the internet. He posted a picture of the red paperclip on Craigslist and offered to trade it for anything bigger or better. Amazingly, 2 women traded him a fish-shaped pen for it. He then traded the pen for a hand-sculpted doorknob, the doorknob for a camping stove, and the stove for a generator. He kept traveling across North America, trading up for increasingly valuable items, including a snowmobile, a recording contract, and even an afternoon hanging out with rock star Alice Cooper. Finally, just exactly 1 year and 14 trades later, Kyle traded a movie role in a Hollywood film to the town of Kipling, Saskatchewan, in exchange for a 2-story farmhouse. He literally turned a red paperclip into a house through nothing but patience and a crazy idea. Number 1. The FedEx Las Vegas Gamble. Taking the number 1 spot is an idea so incredibly reckless that it should have destroyed a company. But instead, it saved a global empire. In 1971, Frederick Smith founded Federal Express with a revolutionary idea of overnight delivery. However, by 1973, the company was bleeding money due to skyrocketing fuel costs. The situation got so bad that FedEx had only $5,000 left in its bank account, which wasn't even enough to fuel their delivery planes for the following Monday. When investors refused to give him another loan, Fred Smith did the unthinkable. Instead of flying home to Memphis, he took the company's absolute last $5,000, flew to Las Vegas, and sat down at the blackjack tables. It was an undeniably stupid and desperate move, risking the entire company on a card game. Yet, against all mathematical odds, Smith went on a massive winning streak and turned that $5,000 into $27,000. He wired the money back to the company, fueled the planes for the week, and bought just enough time to secure a new $11 million loan. Today, FedEx is worth billions, all because its founder decided to gamble the company's last dime in a casino. And there you have it, 7 ridiculously stupid ideas that beat all the odds and worked out flawlessly. It just goes to show that sometimes you have to take a crazy leap of faith, or just have a really good sense of humor to make history. Which of these ideas did you think was the craziest? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our next crazy countdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.